2020 Vision. So this song has been through a lot. I started writing it in 2019, actually, while I was having, I guess, an existential crisis. It wasn't really like my other existential crises, my typical ones, because they are very typical for me. I just felt like something bad was gonna happen and that it was out of my control. But I felt like I was gonna die and it was out of my control, or just something terrible was gonna happen. But it wasn't like suicidal thoughts. I can't really explain it. I just felt like something was gonna happen and that it was out of my control and that it was bad, either to me or just in general. And that gave me this urge to make music, and that I had to make music, and that I really had to release music before it was too late. Like, I had to do something before it was too late, because if I was gone by 2020, then I had to do it so that I at least did it. And if something really bad happened, then at least I did it, Now knowing what happened in 2020, it definitely feels weird. The whole initial idea for the song, and that's the reason why the title is 2020 Vision, is because I was feeling in that moment that I was having like 2020 vision, and I wrote I can see the comet of our times coming, dinosaurs running from my shortcomings line in 2019.
I can see the comet of our times coming, dinosaurs running from my shortcomings. I'm overcoming, slowly becoming someone I like, sort of.
Yeah, like that's still weird to this day. I don't think that has ever happened to me before. That still is very weird. I think that's never gonna stop being weird. So then I dropped that song. I dropped that idea basically. And in 2020, I was like, oh shit, okay, shit's happening. And so I went back and I found what I had written for this song, and I decided that I needed to finish it. I needed to write that song. And I really wrote 2020 to kind of just calm myself down and to reassure myself. And I think it is noticeable in that song that I'm just trying to tell myself that it's okay. I can do this. I can just do this thing that I've wanted to do for a while, and it's scary, and I feel like I'm not capable. I don't really know what I'm doing.
Put some tracks out, test out the waters. Know my self-doubt won't even bother, cause I know nothing about producing and mixing, going from my gut, yeah, purely by instinct.
That's kind of just me being like, that it's okay for you to not know what you're doing and just kind of doing it because it feels right. And still to this day, I have to tell myself that, and I have to keep reminding myself that I'm not a professional. Like, I'm not a professional producer, and I don't really know much about like that side of things. And even like vocally, I stopped for so long. It's okay for me to not, have like the amazing quality that people have in the industry and people who have been doing this nonstop for years. That it's okay for me to fail, and it's okay for me to not be, perfect, because obviously if you compare my stuff to highly produced and professional stuff, then it's noticeable that mine is very much homemade. But I feel like I shouldn't see that as a bad thing, and I'm trying to, still to this day, work on myself to not see that as a bad thing. I was just trying to find some comfort, and so I wrote this song for myself. When I finished the song, I never really thought that song in specific I was gonna release. That song was kind of my push to release songs, but I didn't think, oh, I am going to release this one. It was just like, I'm gonna put this out on YouTube as a demo, which I did, and that's gonna be it for that song, and that's gonna like be the first thing that I put out. But then I'll put out Daydreaming, the EP, and put out other stuff, and this is just gonna like, I even called it initially like a prelude to my music adventure. I don't know, like I don't know what I called it, but I kind of said that was like just a start, but I wasn't gonna release it. But while I had it out as a demo and was working on the Daydreaming EP, I got really good feedback on 2020 Vision, and that made me start considering maybe releasing it someday. Initially, I thought that I should make it part of my second EP. I thought about putting it as my last song of that EP, but as you know, that EP is still not out to this day. I am, however, working on it currently. So because the second EP wasn't ready, I decided to release it as a song while it was still the year of 2020. So I released it in December. I mean, I had to release 2020 Vision in 2020, so yeah. By releasing it and putting it out there, I was hoping that, you know, it wasn't just reassuring myself anymore. It was by me venting and trying to calm myself down and comfort myself, that it was gonna do that as well for other people, for anyone who felt lost or feels lost or still is, because honestly I am, and I feel like most of us just are. Some are just hide it better than others. I feel like everyone's lost.
Doesn't wonder how fast my clock's ticking. It's not like I know what I'm doing here anyway. We're all lost and it's no big problem. Be it whatever, it doesn't really matter.
So that song really was about that, like that just everyone is lost. We don't really know what we're doing, and we are all in the same boat here. It's a reassuring type song. And I feel like with that song, I just really wanted to tell people that no matter how scary and overwhelming it is, to just keep going and keep trying, and that you can try your best, but don't feel like you failed just because it didn't work out. Just trying your best is enough. Even if you weren't able to give it all, even if you weren't able to get to where you wanted to get, it's okay. You tried your best, and that's enough, which is something that I am still constantly trying to remember and to teach myself. So it was a song for me, but hopefully other people will also resonate with it, and it will also work for other people. And most importantly, try to have fun along the way, which is a really important thing. It's very easy to get consumed by it all. I have been, and I'm trying to get out of that currently. Life is too fucking short, and 2020 really did remind us all of that in a very scary way, in a very sad way. We lost so many lives, and it's not a good way to be reminded of how fragile and short life is, but it was a way to remind us of how fragile and short life is. Okay, so Alice from the future, editing Alice. I'm gonna outro this video. I know this is like it's gonna be a weird way to cut this video up like that, but after that part I got a little, I guess, emotional in a way, and so I got nervous, and I couldn't really say anything right after that. I didn't really say much, and I feel like I didn't outro this video in the right way, and I feel like there's some things that I missed also that I wanted to mention. So it got a little serious, dark by the end of it, talking about COVID and the whole situation in 2020, which is still happening today. And first of all, my condolences to any families who, if any of you guys lost anyone. I feel like most of us did. So I am sorry. My condolences to anyone who has. I'm sorry for mentioning it as well. It is pretty touchy thing, but I felt like this had to be said since I did mention it in the video. So it's pretty tough to, get back up and outro after mentioning that, but I'm gonna try to because I need to end this video somehow. I have something else that I wanted to mention. Part of my lyrics on this song that I've noticed multiple people mentioning these lyrics in confusion, and I never really explained them because I just always hope that when people are confused about like something that I make or lyrics or something, that confusion turns into curiosity. Like if they really want to know, that they just will look into the lyrics and hear it again and just kind of think about it and try and get there on their own. I feel like with what I said in this video, those lyrics will maybe make more sense for those who were confused about them. So I'm gonna show what that part of the song that brought confusion to people is.
I'm just trying to have fun. This used to be my dream, but oh, so evil it's become.
And hopefully, if you are confused about those, that you can, think about it and try and get to your own conclusion about it. This song really came from a bad feeling initially, and then something really terrible happening. So there was a lot of negative in there, and it is still something that I am constantly trying to remind myself of and try to work on myself to have a better mindset, so that part of the song really makes it all come together. And I think that for now I'll leave it at that. I won't go into too much detail about it, but if you guys want me to go into more further detail about why I wrote it like that, why I wrote that part like that, I can go into detail about that too. But I feel like it might not be that necessary. I don't know. Hopefully, confusion does turn into curiosity and can figure it out. So yeah, that's been 2020 behind the music. Is that what I call these? I think so, right? Behind the music. I think so. Editing Alice, saying goodbye, and take care. Bye bye.